Yo, what's up, guys? Hope you're having a great morning. Today, we're going to have an awesome class. We're going to review some of the vocabulary for customer service, for good customer service and credit card payments. So we're going to refresh the vocabulary, have a little practice as well, and we're going to have some credit card payment practice in the second hour. Let's get started. So good customer service, part one. Basic vocabulary to treat your customer is using sir if it's a man and ma'am if it's a woman. Ma'am, ma'am. Remember to pronounce it with an S sound. Ma'am. Here's an example how you could use it in an interaction with a customer. CSR rep. Can I have your name, sir? My name's Aaron Harper. Thank you, sir. My telephone number is 850-563-0205. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. So here, we don't say thank you, mister. We say thank you, sir, if it's a man. Or if it's a woman, thank you, ma'am, or thank you, miss. So if it's a woman, you could say, can I have your name, ma'am? Yeah, my name is Gloria Harper. Thank you, ma'am. My telephone number is 850. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. Okay, so make sure to treat your customers correctly. We're going to come back to that one in just a bit. Next, we have the phrase, can you key spell that for me? We use the phrase, we sometimes we need to request the customers to key spell, that is to spell something with a keyword, especially when the spelling is tricky or something is difficult to spell. We request this for the customer to help us using the phrase key spell. Here's an example. My name's Richard H. Mohammed. Thank you, Richard. Can you key spell your last name? Customer. M for Mike, O for Oscar, H for Hotel, A for Alpha, M for Mike, E for Echo, D for Delta. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate it. So, as you can see here, Mohammed is not an easy name to spell, right? It's not, and it has different spellings. It's not always the same. So, when we're not sure about the spelling of something, especially when we take credit card payments, we can ask the customers to spell it. Yep. I remember that I accidentally blocked a customer's credit card when I was taking a payment at the beginning because I accidentally put the customer's name wrong 2 times, and the card got blocked, and you can believe that the customer was not happy. So using the key spell, if I would have said, no, just to verify, sir, could you key spell your name? I would have saved myself a lot of trouble. So make sure to say key spell when you're not sure. Okay. Last time we talked about going the extra mile or doing the extra effort for customers or doing more than what is expected. Not having the attitude that they don't pay me to do that, or why should I do that? They don't pay me to do that. That's not the attitude. That's not going the extra mile. Going the extra mile is doing more than what is expected. Here's an example, the recruiter. What is good customer service to you? Candidate. To me, good customer service is to go the extra mile for the customer. It's to be awesome, to be outstanding in providing support for our customers. So that is to go the extra mile. To be awesome, right? To do more than what is expected. Here we have, remember from last week, satisfy the customer's needs, right? We're talking about good customer service. So here it says, here's an example. What does good customer service mean to you? Oh, that's easy. It's to satisfy the customer's needs and to assist the customer in the best way. So that is to satisfy the customer's needs. Next, we have meet the customer's expectations. So what does good customer service mean to you? Well, good customer service is to meet the customer's expectations about our products or services. For example, it's to give people what they expect and more. So we meet right? What we satisfy the customer. When we satisfy the customer by answering their question or helping them resolve an issue, then we meet the expectations of the customer. Next, we have exceed. Exceed the customer's expectations, right? This is when we go more than just satisfy. We exceed, like, surprise them with something they were not expecting. So what is good customer service? In my view, I think that excellent customer service is to exceed the customer's expectations, is to go the extra mile and providing the best assistance possible. For sure. A timely manner. A timely manner. Manner. Which means in a way in a way of using time correctly, in an expected time way, time frame. So in a timely manner means to do something with an amount of time that is expected, not taking too long. What is your definition of good customer service? In my opinion, customers want a solution to their problem in a timely manner. They don't want to waste their time, and they want the fastest solution in the least amount of time. In other words, is to answer your customer's question with the least amount of time, or in a timely manner, not taking too long. That's what it means. In an accepted time frame. Next, we have the phrase in order to. In order to. Recruiter, what skills do you need to provide excellent customer service? Well, in order to provide exceptional customer service, we need to have excellent communication and problem-solving skills. So in order to is just a phrase, a formal phrase to introduce the infinitive, right? To help customers, in order to help customers. So I could say, for instance, to better assist you, right? To better assist you, can I have your email address? Right? Can I have your email address? I could say, for instance, to make it more formal, I could say, in order to better assist you. So it's just like, just decorating or making the two sound a little bit formal. Because I could just say, to better assist you, which is fine, right? To better assist you, can I have your email address, Mr. Customer? But if I want to be more formal, I could say, in order to better assist you, can I have your email address? So it's just more formal when you're requesting the customer to do something for you. Okay. All right, moving on now to provide the best advice. Provide the best advice. Let's read. What is good customer service to you? Well, first you need to have good active listening skills to understand what the customer needs. Then you need to be able to provide the best advice to the customer in order to provide the best solution. The best advice, the best recommendations, the best solutions, right? We provide the best advice. You remember from last week? Assist the customer in the best way. Assist the customer in the best way. What is good customer service to you? Well, first, you need to have great problem-solving skills and assist the customer in the best way. So when you get asked at a job interview, you can use these phrases to describe customer service. What is customer service? Well, it is to assist the customer in the best way, A pleasant manner. A pleasant manner. We say pleasant. Pleasant. So it's just P-L-E-asant. Pleasant. A pleasant manner. Manner, do you remember? Timely manner. It means way. A manner means way or form. Manner or form, right? Manner. I think in Spanish is manera. Pleasant means nice. Nice, right? Nice, friendly. So if we say a pleasant manner, it means de una manera amigable, right? A pleasant manner or nice. What is good customer service to you? Well, in my opinion, you need to treat the customer with respect and in a pleasant manner. So, for example, you need to have the best attitude and be courteous all the time. Okay, so we could say you need to treat, which is the verb tratar in Spanish. You need to treat the customer in a pleasant manner. Pleasant manner. You need to treat the customer in a pleasant manner. Okay, so there you go. That's how you use it. From last week, okay? So here we had here's a little resolution, a little activity that you can do with the vocabulary. It's already been resolved here as well. You guys can do it. But I'm just gonna go ahead and just can you figure out what is the message there? Can you figure out what is the message? Let's see, I'll write it for you. The first one is, I'll try to write it here for you. I'll say good customer service is to go the extra mile. And we could say go the extra mile for the customer. Okay. Or we could say that's excellent customer service too, right? The next one is good customer service is to meet and exceed the customer's expectations. So good customer service is to meet and exceed the customer's expectations. Okay, so everybody, let's write that down. Write it down somewhere. So you have ways of vocabulary to describe customer service for your next job interview or whatnot. Okay. Perfect. So I'll give you guys a second there to take your notes. So good customer service, guys, is to go the extra mile, or excellent customer service is to go the extra mile, right? And to meet and exceed the customer's expectation. Okay, you guys got it there? Okay, so let's recap we're going to practice and recap the vocabulary. Here's a little dialogue that we can practice. We're going to practice this dialogue with your partner in just a bit. Let's take a look at the vocabulary for part number 2. Good customer service part 2. We have the term schedule availability. Availability. Schedule availability, which means the time that you have available in your schedule to do something. You know? Do you have schedule availability? Absolutely. At the moment, I have full availability. That means I'm completely free. My schedule is free. English proficiency. English proficiency. Or in other words, your English level. What is your current English level? I would say my English proficiency level is 85% spoken and written English. I am also fully proficient in Spanish and 20% proficient in French. So the person is saying I'm also fully proficient. Fully proficient, that means I have the full level, 100%. And 20% proficient, 20% level, 20% level in French. So you could say I am 85% proficient English, 100% proficient Spanish, and any other language, I am 20% proficient in Portuguese or French, whatever. Proficient, proficient. And proficiency. Proficiency is the noun. Let's move on now. Law benefits. Law benefits. The law benefits. Do you offer law benefits? Absolutely. We offer all the law benefits. For example, IX, IRTRA, Bono 14, Christmas bonus, etc. So the law benefits are in every country you receive, the government obligates businesses to give employees certain securities like medical, recreation, and perhaps some extra bonus or money to help employees. So those are law benefits. Perks. Perks are also just employee benefits if you want to see it like that. Some employee these are extras. Like not all businesses will give you these type of perks. So what kind of perks do you offer? Well, yes, of course. We offer child daycare, which is guardería, remote work, which is work from home, on-site gym, discounts in special stores and restaurants, and a performance bonus. So all of these are not the things that the government requires. This is not a law benefit. This is something extra benefits that you receive as an employee. Some call centers offer very good perks. So that's what the term means. Now moving on to Mbps, which stands for megabits per second. Megabits per second is your internet speed that you hire or contract for an internet service provider. What is your internet bandwidth? At the moment, I have 10 megabits at home. That's good, but we require 20 megabits per second. Do you think you can get an upgrade with your provider? Absolutely. I'll talk to them tomorrow. Okay. So here the recruiter says, what is your internet bandwidth? Bandwidth is the term used for speed. What is your internet speed? Bandwidth. Or in Spanish, we say ancho de banda. Bandwidth. Okay, your bandwidth. I have 10 megabits per second at home. So that's the speed that he's contracted at home. The recruiter says, we require 20, so we require the double. Do you think you can get an upgrade? An upgrade means to improve, right? Something better with your provider. Here, we're talking about an ISP, which is an internet service provider. You know, the company, the telecommunication companies that sells you the internet. In Guatemala, it's Claro or Tigo, the biggest of the companies. Okay, so that is Mbps, very, very common term. Tenure. Tenure is the amount of time that you have been with a company. When will I get the hiring bonus? You will receive it once you have completed 6 months tenure with the company. So tenure, like I said, is the is the time that you are with a company, that you are a part as an employee, a part of a, as an employee of the company. So that's your tenure, 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 or the time that you have been at a specific job. So I could say if I worked as a coach for Alorica, I had like 9-year tenure, long time working there. So that's your tenure. Work remotely. Work remotely. How do you feel about working remotely? That's what I'm looking for. I'd like to work from home. I have family. I have really found my place there. I mean, that's good to know because you will work remotely, but the training will be from our site. Do you have a problem with that? Not at all. I'm fine with that. How long is the training? So the work from home, work remotely is the idea of work from home, like call centers call it work from home, but the formal term is we work remotely. The adverb remotely comes from remote, that is from a distance, right? From a distance. So you work, basically you're working with people from a distance using uh, applications like Zoom. So you guys are learning, you are learning, right? You learned remotely, right? You guys are learning remotely through Zoom. You're located outside of the academy. You're in your house or in your other places, right? Other places. So that is to work remotely. Let's go to the next one. Soft skills. Soft skills. It says here, what are soft skills? Soft skills are the skills we use to interact in relationships with others. These skills include clear communication skills, empathy, and problem-solving skills. So soft skills for a call center are call handling skills. Any way that we manage, interact with the way that we handle, manage, interact through a phone call with or communicating with customers in this case. That would be anything that's related to soft skills in terms of a call center. Okay. Examples of these are active listening, communication skills, empathy skills, problem solving skills, right? And all the language that is used to handle a call and to talk to customers. Those are soft skills for a call center, call handling skills in other terms. Moving on now to the practice. So here you're going to have another practice. You're going to practice both screens. You're going to role play recruiter candidate, because imagine that these are some questions that a recruiter at a job interview could ask you. Hey, what's customer service? Or, what's your opinion about it? So what is a call center, or what is, etc. They ask you about these things. So here you'll have some vocabulary ideas on how to respond to these type of questions. You guys are going to practice that in a moment. So I think that last time we did this as well, right? We completed the exercise activity. Let's go ahead and do it one more time. So number 1, you'll receive the hiring bonus once you have completed 3 months work. What do we say here? Tenure. Soft skills are the skills every call center agent must have to interact with customers. I have schedule availability, right? That means I'm available from Monday to Friday. The on-site gym is an example of perks, extra benefits. I want to be with my family and work at the same time. I want to work remotely. That means work from home. I will need a 20 megabit per second internet connection to work from home. At the moment, I have 70% English proficiency, English level, proficiency. And make sure to pronounce the word correctly, proficiency. I want a job where I can receive all the law benefits. For example, here in Guatemala, it's IRTRA and X. Okay, guys? So there you have the vocabulary. A little review of last week's vocabulary, which is very useful in order to describe customer service in general. Now we're going to go ahead and practice. You're going to go ahead and practice the dialogues that are at the end in just a bit. Okay. We also had also taking into account here, just, I think I got a couple of minutes left. Also taking a look at the vocabulary for good customer service part 3 in terms of credit cards. Let's go a quick overview. We have credit card or debit card. I carry my credit card in my wallet. We talked about vocabulary for this. Information that we request from customers, like the social security number or SSN. A driver's license. What is your driver's license number? The date of birth from a customer. Mr. Customer, can I have your date of birth, please? Or would you mind providing me your date of birth? Using the modal security PIN. What's your security PIN? Or we can ask with modals. Can, could, right? Or may I have your security PIN? Just more politely. Or we can use the modal. Would you mind or do you mind providing me your security PIN using modals? Expiration date of the card. Here we have an expiration date for the milk. Would you mind providing me the expiration date, or could I have the expiration date for your card? Parts of the credit card, as we discussed, which we will practice in the next hour. We have the card number. Would you mind providing me your card number, please? We have the cardholder name. Can I have the cardholder name? Would you mind providing me the security PIN on the back of the card to take the payment? Some notes about credit cards. There are 16 digits on the card. They're divided in groups of 4. There is an expiration date and there's a card holder. On the back of the card, we have a magnetic strip, which is this black line. There is the card holder signature, the signature. There is a hologram sometimes, and the CVV number or the security PIN on the back. So some additional information that you're going to practice in the second hour. Requesting the card information from the customer. Okay, moving on now to requesting it. You'll use modal verbs like I said, right? You'll use the modal verbs. Would you mind providing me your security PIN? Can I have your security PIN? Using the modals to sound politely will help you. For the customer to cooperate in asking the card information. You're going to role play in the second hour, requesting the customer's card information. I think the last time we did those two, we did Osiris Williams, I guess. We've got Renee Perez. We're going to request her information. We have Marcus Perez. and Jessica Bunyasarn. So you're going to practice requesting information using modals for the customers, okay? And that's what we're going to do in the second hour. But now I'd like for you guys to go practice the dialogues that we have here at the end of the two first vocabularies of this lesson. And when this we conclude, we finish the complete vocabulary. So now I just want you to go practice these screens and role play. So there you go. I hope that you have this much clearer. Go practice it so you solidify the vocabulary, and Godspeed in your call center interviews.